It was here. The battlefield was here.
The Carthaginians defending the city were attacked by 3 Roman legions. Carthaginians were proud and brave, but they couldn't hold.
Few war films have ever focused so deeply on the mind of a commander as Patton did. Instead of presenting war as a story of brotherhood and sacrifice, the film explores obsession, ego, destiny, and the dangerous psychology of leadership during World War II. Number 1. The film opens with one of the most confrontational speeches ever put on screen. George C. Scott stands motionless in front of a massive American flag. There is no action, no buildup, only words. The speech immediately attacks fear, hesitation, and weakness. Patton speaks about victory as the only moral outcome of war. He mocks the idea of dying for your country instead of making the enemy die for theirs. The tone is aggressive and deliberately uncomfortable. The camera barely moves, forcing the audience to listen. There is no music to soften the message. Every pause feels intentional. The speech feels more like a challenge than an introduction. Viewers are not invited to like Patton. They are forced to confront him. The scene establishes dominance through language alone. It redefines what a war film opening can be. Many audiences were shocked by its intensity. From this moment on, the film makes it clear this general is different. Number 2. Patton openly believes he has lived before as a warrior. The film treats this belief seriously, rather than dismissing it as madness. He speaks about ancient battlefields with emotional certainty. His confidence seems rooted in destiny rather than strategy. This belief gives him absolute faith in his own judgment. Doubt rarely slows him down. He sees war as something eternal rather than tragic. The idea of reincarnation makes him fearless in combat. Death does not frighten him the way it frightens others. This worldview separates him from every other commander. The film subtly suggests this belief fuels his aggression. It also isolates him emotionally from those around him. Others listen, but do not understand. His soldiers follow orders without sharing his convictions. This creates an unsettling disconnect. Genius and delusion begin to overlap. The audience is left questioning where one ends and the other begins. Number 3. Patton's ego dominates every room he enters. He uses arrogance as a deliberate tool of command. His confidence intimidates allies and enemies alike. He thrives on ceremony, uniforms, and public displays. These theatrics are not accidental. They are designed to project power. His belief in himself becomes contagious. Soldiers move faster under his command. Enemies underestimate his unpredictability. However, his ego also creates constant friction. Superiors struggle to control him. His refusal to compromise causes political damage. Success only amplifies his self-image. Failure is never accepted internally. The film shows how ego drives momentum. It also shows how ego invites collapse. Victory and disaster feel dangerously close. This tension keeps every decision unpredictable. Number 4. Patton believes fear is a useful motivator. Compassion is seen as weakness in combat. He demands absolute discipline from his soldiers. Mistakes are met with humiliation rather than guidance. One infamous incident with a wounded soldier exposes this mindset fully. The film does not excuse his behavior. Instead, it presents it plainly and forces judgment onto the viewer. His leadership produces results on the battlefield. It also causes deep resentment. Soldiers obey him, but rarely love him. His presence raises performance through pressure. At the same time, it crushes morale for some. The cost of victory becomes personal. This philosophy challenges traditional ideas of heroism. The film refuses to simplify the moral question. Effectiveness and cruelty exist side by side. Viewers are left uncomfortable by that reality. Number 5. Patton's obsession with speed defines his warfare. He believes hesitation is deadlier than bullets. His armored units are pushed relentlessly forward. Logistics become secondary concerns. Fuel shortages are ignored until the last possible moment. Exhaustion is treated as weakness. This approach repeatedly surprises German forces. His advances often break through defenses unexpectedly. Momentum becomes his greatest weapon. The film emphasizes movement over rest. Maps and planning rooms feel alive with urgency. Every pause feels dangerous. His success validates his philosophy. At the same time, it risks catastrophic failure. One mistake could strand entire divisions. The faster he moves, the more unstable everything becomes. Victory feels thrilling, but fragile. The audience senses danger even in success. Number 6. Patton's personality makes cooperation difficult. He clashes repeatedly with Allied leadership. His victories embarrass other commanders. His blunt language creates political problems. He refuses to soften his opinions. Diplomacy is not part of his skill set. The film shows meetings filled with tension. Strategy becomes secondary to ego battles. Superiors fear his effectiveness and his mouth. His success makes him harder to control. Punishment never fully restrains him. This internal conflict mirrors the external war. Allies become obstacles rather than partners. The chain of command feels fragile. Power struggles occur far from the front lines. These moments reveal how war is managed behind closed doors. Patton fights two wars at once. One is against the enemy, the other against authority. Number 7. In public. Patton is unshakable. In private, cracks begin to appear. The film offers quiet moments of reflection. He questions his place in history. Fear of irrelevance haunts him. Peace feels more threatening than war. He worries about being forgotten. These doubts are never spoken aloud to others. Pride prevents vulnerability. His loneliness becomes visible. The contrast deepens his character. Confidence becomes a performance. Without an audience, uncertainty grows. The film uses silence to reveal this. No dramatic confession is needed. His isolation speaks clearly. Power does not bring peace. It amplifies internal conflict. These moments humanize him without redeeming him. Number 8. Patton does not see war as tragedy. He sees it as purpose. Combat gives his life meaning. The battlefield is where he feels complete. Peace represents decline and obscurity. This belief makes him dangerously effective. It also makes him incompatible with normal life. The film suggests war is his natural state. He understands destruction better than calm. This mindset frightens those around him. It also produces results no one can deny. The audience is forced to confront an uncomfortable idea. Some men are built for war. Removing war removes their identity. Patton becomes a symbol of this truth. His success depends on endless conflict. That dependency feels unsettling. Victory does not bring closure. It creates longing for the next war. Number 9. The film's visual style reflects Patton's mindset. Battles are shown with order rather than chaos. Wide shots emphasize movement and control. The camera observes rather than panics. Violence feels calculated instead of frantic. This contrasts sharply with later war films. The pacing is deliberate. Explosions are not overwhelming. Strategy is visually prioritized over confusion. This creates emotional distance. The audience watches rather than experiences. This mirrors Patton's emotional detachment. War becomes a chessboard. Lives are pieces in motion. The aesthetic reinforces discipline. Every frame feels intentional. The style separates the film from modern realism. It reinforces Patton's belief in order over emotion. Number 10. When the film was released, audiences were divided. Some praised its honesty and boldness, others accused it of glorifying authoritarian behavior. The timing during the Vietnam War intensified criticism. Viewers projected real-world fears onto the character. The film refused to clarify its stance. This ambiguity fueled debate. Critics argued over its message. Supporters called it courageous. Detractors called it dangerous. The controversy increased public interest. Discussions extended beyond cinema. Patton became a cultural symbol. The film entered political conversation, its refusal to moralize frustrated audiences. That frustration kept it relevant. The debate never fully ended. Division became part of its legacy. Number 11. The film received immediate critical acclaim upon release. It was nominated for multiple Academy Awards. George C. Scott won Best Actor for his performance. However, he refused to accept the Oscar. He publicly rejected the entire award system. Scott believed acting should not be competitive. This decision shocked Hollywood. The rejection echoed Patton's own contempt for ceremony and validation. The line between actor and character blurred completely. Media coverage intensified after the refusal. The moment became part of the film's legend. It reinforced the film's anti-glory message. Recognition was achieved without acceptance. The refusal felt defiant rather than humble. It challenged Hollywood tradition. The film gained additional cultural weight. Its legacy grew beyond the screen. Number 12. The film is based closely on historical records. Patton's speeches reflect real documented language. His controversial behavior is not exaggerated. The infamous incidents actually occurred. The film chooses not to sanitize his flaws. Tactical decisions are grounded in real campaigns. Military advisors were heavily consulted. Uniforms and insignia were carefully recreated. Locations mirrored real battlefields. However, some events were condensed for pacing. Certain timelines were simplified. Number 13. Patton does not fit traditional hero narratives. He wins battles but loses relationships. He inspires fear more than loyalty. His beliefs clash with modern logic. This makes him unpredictable. Audiences cannot fully trust him. Sympathy and discomfort coexist constantly. He commands tanks like ancient armies. His worldview feels out of time. This temporal disconnect creates strangeness. The film embraces that discomfort. Patton remains impossible to categorize. Number 14. Patton reshaped how leaders were portrayed in war films. Commanders were no longer purely noble figures. Psychological flaws became central to storytelling. Later films explored internal conflict more deeply. Complexity replaced simple patriotism. Ambiguity became acceptable. Filmmakers studied Patton's structure closely. The idea of a flawed victor gained traction. Leadership became morally gray. The genre matured as a result. This influence remains visible today. Modern war films owe much to Patton. Number 15. Decades later, Patton still provokes debate. Viewers continue to argue about its message. The film offers no easy conclusions. It refuses to tell audiences what to think. Patton is neither celebrated nor condemned fully. His victories are undeniable. Rewatching reveals new layers. Age changes interpretation. Its themes remain relevant. Patton survives as a question, not an answer.